Guys, it has rained for only 20 minutes. Let me show you how Tajikistan looks. This way will take you to Tabokata, and straight this way is a Tajikistan. Wow, look at the road. This is just the beginning. Let me show you when I get to the other side. And you can see the roads. The vehicles are using only one side of the road. All these other sides is full of water. And you have not seen any water yet. Let's get closer to Tajikistan. The closer you are to Tajikistan, the more water you have. And I took almost like 30 minutes after the rain has stopped to come over here for you to see what's going on over here. The gutters, unfortunately I cannot see the gutters, but I can tell you that the waters are stagnant inside the gutters. That means the slope is not good enough, or the water is not flowing fast enough to carry all this water from the road into the gutter. You can see how stagnant the gutters are. This that you're seeing right here is the water, and I will try to cross on this road. So I mean that means I have to go all the way to the other side and cross. So you see what's going on right here from the streets. The water is coming from the streets all the way straight into the highway without having anywhere to get into the gutter. So that is what is creating all these waters inside or on the road. All right, so from the streets all the way straight onto the highway, from another street onto the highway. So eventually those waters will not have anywhere to go. Let's keep moving. So it is a jump. I have to jump this running water, and that means I have to take out my shoes. Oh. And I'm 100% sure that it's gonna be a lot worse if I was here 20 minutes ago. So you can see the entrance, the drainages on the road are all clogged, meaning they are not able to carry the water from the road into the gutters because the water is running. You can tell because the water is running on the highway, and on the gutters you can see the water is stagnating or standing still. So that means it has no interaction between this road water and the road or the water that is inside the drainages. Yeah. So sometime last year I showed you that some of the drainages on the highway are all been closed by sand that is on the road. Wow, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. So here I can tell that there is some drainage over here that will get the water from the highway all the way into the gutters, but it's not flowing very well. Alright, so this other side you can see the water is getting into the gutters. So you can see how it is moving on this other side. So we should hide a lot of this so that all this water on the road can just find themselves in the gutters. Okay, another one over here. So you can see how much water is on the road. 20 minutes after the rain has stopped. In fact, should I say 30 minutes after the rain has stopped, and all of this water was carried onto the highway, and the rain was only raining for about 30 minutes. Only about 30 minutes. One dangerous thing when you're walking on the streets at night after rain, look at the difference. You see, this is a slab, but right here is the water. So if you're not being careful, you might think you're walking on a slab, and before you know it, you are already inside the gutter. And this is about more than 1 meter deep. More than 1 meter deep, you can see. It's almost like the color of the gutter. So right there, you can see that one right there is the water that you're seeing without any closing, no cover on top there. So if somebody mistakenly walk on that slab and then step on this, they are going deep down into the gutters. Likewise this side. We keep moving. So you can tell, you can see the difference. You can see this side is all water and you will not know where the gutter stops. Even though if you are careful, you should be able to identify it. But look at the color difference over there and here. If somebody is walking onto this, they might think that they are still walking on the ground when they are heading straight into the gutters. For myself, I have to be careful before I get myself right in the gutters. Alright, so if you look also, the other side is completely full. The other gutter right there is completely full. But for some reason, this side is not full. So I don't know whether there's connection between that one there and this other gutter over here. Maybe okay, I can hear the movement of water. I think it is connected, but maybe it's not really flowing well. That's why the other side is full, and this other side is almost not empty, but not full as well. So be careful when you're walking on the gutters. So water is circulating big time over here and getting themselves or getting its way into the gutters. Alright, so I'm getting closer to Town. Right now I'm already at Town. Wow, that's a nice flow of water. If we have something like this much space in the gutters, most of these waters will disappear within few minutes. But yeah, as you could tell from the other side. What? Whoa! Yeah, I was saying if we had a gutter like this, allowing water to freely move or move freely, most of these waters would disappear within a few minutes. But unfortunately, most of the gutters or most of the drainages are not wide enough to carry the water out of the gutters or out of the highway. And that is the center of Town. Mario, this is almost 30 to 40 minutes after rain, but the waters are still filled up in the highway or on the highway. So I will try to see if I happen to be around here. If I happen to be around here when it's raining, I'll try to show you immediately the rain stops, so you can see the magnitude of this problem on Town or at Town. And that way right there will take you to Ibo Town, and that is also another place where they experience a lot of flooding. lot of chaos here. Alright guys, this is the video that I wanted to show you today. I hope you have seen what's going on. And I hope something is done about this flooding issue that's happening here on an yearly basis. Every year, a lot of people are suffering with this flood. Like I said, I'll try to come here one time, or when it rains, immediately the rain stops, I'll try and come here and see how the rain and the water mixed up. See you in the next video.